Here with Stockton Thunder head coach Rich Kromm for our weekly interview. Coach, starting with what's coming up this weekend. You've got the Utah Grizzlies in town, a Mountain Division team for game number 2 of 10 in this month at home. Obviously, the 3 Mountain Division teams that are right neck and neck in the standings are going to be some important matchups. How important is this one now that you guys have slipped to 7th, at least for now, in the standings?
Well, it's huge. Everybody's grouped together. I think we have to, get back to our winning ways. We had a good stretch going there for 4 of the last 5 before that last game. And bump in the road, we have to forget about that one. That one's in the trash can now and move forward for this Utah series.
Now, stepping back to that Bakersfield game very quickly, a 3-0 loss there. What do you think went wrong? It was the first time all season that the Thunder have failed to score a goal in a game. Do you just credit to being one of those off nights, or is it something that, it's just going to be something to work on offensively?
Well, we were, as a group, just disjointed that whole game. You got to give them credit. They played a hard game. They took away time and space. They executed their forecheck, and had we executed a few plays that were there for us, we would have been able to exploit it a little bit, but we didn't. We turned the puck over way too many times, and they were capitalizing on it.
Now, Bakersfield did also get another good performance from their goaltender, Laurent Brossoit, who has had a very good season. Bakersfield, as a whole, as a team, they have turned things around pretty well, and now they went from a team that started 1-10 to right up there challenging you guys for the playoff spots, only having one more game against them and a few more games against Ontario. Not a lot of Pacific Division matchups. Do you think that maybe helps or hurts your guys getting a break from those teams that you've seen so often this season?
Yeah, well, we've played them enough times now. It's time to play some different teams. I mean, obviously, we've seen Utah a little bit. We've seen Idaho. We'll get a chance to play both those teams here coming up in the next couple of weeks. And right now, they're the teams really that we have to focus on because they're the ones that we're trying to catch right in front of us.
Now, for the Grizzlies, they've had some very strong goaltending themselves as of late, with Aaron Dell and Igor Bobkov as two guys that have won some ECHL honors. Bobkov, the latest man, being named the goalie of the week. So when you take a look at having to beat a guy in net, is there anything that you do with your shooters, either trying to target a goaltender's maybe weaknesses, or is it just about making sure you're getting those good scoring chances?
I think it's creating your chances on your forecheck and with what you do on your entries and when you have good control of the puck. And we got to make sure we're driving hard to the crease, stopping in front of the net, doing all the little things that are necessary to score goals. And when our defensemen have pucks, we have to make sure we're in front of the goalie, setting a good screen, taking his eyes away. I think against Bakersfield, whenever we'd get the puck to the point, we'd have traffic, but traffic wasn't in front of the goaltender. He was able to see the shot, so it made life easy for him. So in facing the Utah goaltenders, we have to get lots of traffic, put the puck to the net, go to the net and stop, and battle for rebounds. That's going to be key to success against their goalies.
Now, you've got them this weekend, then you play them in both games of our Easy Being Green series next week, but you do have a couple of interesting matchups a little bit later on in this month, just to touch on very briefly. You see Las Vegas for the first time, finally, after going basically the entire season without seeing a division rival. Seems like one of those strange quirks in the schedule. You also get a chance to get some revenge against Alaska, playing them at home a couple times.
Yeah, we'll get to see Vegas for the first time, and obviously not being able to play them at all yet this year. We don't know a whole lot about them except from games that I've seen them playing on watching off the computer. But they have a team with some skill, and obviously we'll have to be prepared for them just like anybody else. I mean, anybody can beat anybody in this league, and especially on this side right now.
Have to talk about some of the roster changes for you, Coach. You've got, instead of losing players or having some trades or anything like it has been the last few weeks, instead now it's about getting guys back from the IR. Ryan Hayes, Jason Clarke, both return after lengthy stretches on the shelf, and they've gotten a chance to get back into the games so far. What do you think of their play after just a few sights of them on the ice at full strength?
Well, I thought Ryan was good coming back in his first game. He made a big play on the one goal for Adam Brace, executed a finishing pass off of a great play by Michael Spacek. So it was good for him getting productive right away in that first game. I think, like everybody else in that game in Bakersfield, he was off his game and just wasn't able to get anything accomplished. He had a couple chances. He passed one off on a 3-on-1 where typically he's going to be a guy that's going to want to shoot there. But for him, getting 2 games under his belt is huge right now, and getting his game rhythm back. I think with Jason Clarke, that first game back in Bakersfield, I was happy with his effort early. He was finishing his checks. He was playing a physical game, which is what he's going to need to do all the time. So for him, I think that was good. He's been off for a long time, so it's not easy to come out and play that physical game right away.
All right, that's the word from Head Coach Rich Kromm. Coach, thanks very much for your time.